mentors. He wrote an autobiography, didn't he? Hello guys, David here, hope you're well, and welcome to another video. This is the first of hopefully quite a few experiment videos. So this one, we are, as you can probably guess by either the little snippet you saw before or by the title itself, it's probably pretty clear by now, we're going to be experimenting to see how Andrea Pirlo gets on in charge of Juventus. So we have, you see, we'll go through this in a second, we're creating the manager, we're setting up his attributes, which was difficult to say the least because he's not in the game, so I had to completely make it up from scratch. You see his lovely face and hairdo as well. What we'll then do is we're going to then fast forward a year, put him into the Juventus side. We also go through and have a look at what Sarri did that year as well, before we boot him out as Juventus have done. And then what we'll do is we're going to fast forward through a couple of key stages in time. So first one's going to be just before the start of his first season, just to see what transfer business he's done, and then we'll do probably 1, 2, and then 5 years into the future to see whether he's still in charge of Juventus, whether he's taken them on to better things. Hopefully I'm sure that's what he wants to do, or whether he's just binned it off and retired or anything like that. Obviously if he retires we'll cancel the video early, but yeah, that's the plan, and yeah, hope you guys enjoy. Alright then guys, we are on the, I suppose it's the appearance screen of Andrea Pirlo. You can't, I mean, look, I've taken the model from the photo of him. I will try and get a picture to come up now of what the photo of him I actually picked was. It was him in a Juventus shirt. It looked like a fairly recent one. It's not worked out quite well. The hair gives no benefit to the doubt, so it's not really helped out too much. But yeah, we've managed to get Pirlo into the game. Actually, he's in his trademark, as I've seen on many pictures that I've been going through, his full black suit, black tie, white shirt, black shoes attire. And what we're going to do is we're going to be unemployed for the first season. So just let it play out, because obviously we're a year behind at the moment. So we're going to do that, and then what we'll do is at the end of season 1, so probably early June, I think, we'll just boot out Sarri as they have done. Maybe they'll have won the league by then, who knows. What we'll do is we'll do that, we'll fast forward through, I'll stop it and we'll have a look at what's happened before he's gone in, and then what we'll do is we'll then fast forward once we've put him in and see then what he can do as well. So see how we get on. Managerial style, he's going to have a Continental Pro license, and I think we all know he's a global footballer, let's be completely frank with it. Right, first things first, let's be honest, he's not going to be a fitness coach, nor is he going to be a goalkeeping coach. His technical, I mean, it's going to be 20, isn't it, let's be honest. Mentors, he wrote an autobiography, didn't he? I don't know what it's called, but I'm pretty sure he did. And tactical, again, we'll put that pretty high up. Working with youngsters, I don't really know. Let's put defending and attacking quite high. That'll help him. And then, so I can't make him too good. Does he work well with youngsters? I've heard he's pretty good. He was pretty good with Jack Harrison in New York City. So let's just say yes. And tactical, you know, he's going to be a 20 on there as well. That's going to be. I'm not going to give him all the points. Not really too fast, unless. Or do I have to? I suppose he can have 4 fitness points. I'll do. Right, adaptability. I'll put that at 10 because I know he did move around a little bit, but not a huge amount. I'd say he's probably fairly determined, but he doesn't really know his players or his youngster. He can know his youngsters a little bit. Man management, does that strike me as something Andrea Pirlo would do? Give him a 13. Discipline, a 20, let's be honest. He looks like the kind of guy who would command some discipline. Motivating, do you know what? If I sat in a room with Andrea Pirlo, yeah, I'd probably be pretty motivated. So there we go. There is the stats. So that should do us nicely. So what we'll do is, yeah, we will fast forward a year. We'll see how Sarri gets on. And then once we've done that, we'll come back and we will see, or we'll chuck Pirlo into things. And then we will disappear and see how he gets on for 1 year to begin with. Then we'll maybe try another one. Then we'll go see what. I suppose we'll go to 5, but I suppose we'll see what happens. Really, I've only got Italy switched on, so he could go somewhere and just disappear off the face of the earth. I don't know. Hopefully he doesn't do that, but we'll see how we get on. Alrighty then, guys. We have fast forwarded a year, so just under a year. We're on the 1st of June 2020, and you are greeted with Andrea Pirlo's manager screen. So I've managed to change a couple of things. As you can see, we've got his face in, which we saw before. 116 caps, 13 goals, born in fair, exactly the same as what it does before. You have to thank, obviously, the editor for that. If you want a link as to how to install it, I'll try and pop one of them in the description. His reputation is only 3 stars. I've upgraded that because, let's be honest, we all know who he is. But before we go into that and we make him manager, what I'm going to do is just show you guys what Juventus have done up until this point with Sarri in charge. So I have got their record from this season in front of me. So if we go to them now, they have won the Serie A, which is the same as they did before. They actually did better than they did in real life. See, 29 wins, 4 losses, 4 draws, and 5 losses. Goal difference of 50, which is pretty healthy. See, won it by a few points to Roma. I don't know who they won it by in the game before, but in the actual real life, but. Yeah, not too bad. Still got Ronaldo firing on all cylinders. Got Dybala and Ramsey chipping in a little bit as well. Szczęsny with not the most clean sheets, interestingly, so maybe a little bit of work for Pirlo to do at the back, although I'm pretty sure he is going to do a pretty good job of that, I think it's fair to say. So, yeah, so as you can see, yeah, he's won the championship, so not unexpected. Where else did we want to have a look at? So Coppa Italia, let's have a look at that now. Go into the schedule to find that. Can I filter it? I can. Can I do it? There we go. So Coppa Italia, there we go. We got to the final and lost on penalties to Inter Milan. Would you believe? Dybala scored, Darami scored. Jeez, that's not a good looking penalty shootout. Missed. Scored. Jeez, that's not good at all. I'm sure Pirlo will have worked with that. I'm pretty sure he's always pretty good at penalties. How do they do their final position? Runners up. So again, same as before. So they've matched that. Next one, Supercoppa Italiana. I'm assuming. Why does it do that? That's really annoying. Supercoppa Italiana. They won that. They actually lost that in real life. They lost to someone. Let's see if we can find out quickly who that is. I know you guys can't see this, but let's have a quick look, see who the holder is. If my internet's any quicker. Lazio. So it's the same thing. They've just won instead of lost. Where is that? In Saudi Arabia. What a strange place to hold that game. Yeah, same place. 25,000 capacity. Weird. Very strange. Matuidi and Higuain. Marco Polo. One of that went 1-2-1. And then let's go for the big one as well. I'm going to add this in and do it that way round. Champions League, they also got to the quarter-final. Oh, no, wait. Round of 16 in there? Round of 16. No, they didn't. They got further. Of course they did. Yeah, they didn't get to the quarter-finals, what we're talking about. They would have got to the second knockout leg, I suppose, because I think they get further than that. I can't remember how the Champions League works anymore. I'm very confused. I don't really pay any attention to it, to be honest. But as you can see, yeah, so they got through pretty comfortably in their group. Looks like they got an absolutely easy group. Jesus Christ, how do they lose a game? Lost to Bayer Leverkusen. Jeez, it's not good. Oh, the 2 goals they conceded were against Bayer Leverkusen. The game they lost. They absolutely hammered that group. They got lucky there indeed. And then, yeah, got through to, Ajax, battered them. Lost to Real Madrid, who scored. Come on, Football Manager. We all know that's not going to happen. Benedeschi and Ronaldo in the first leg. Bentancur in the second. Isco, away goal. It's not really going to matter, is it? Let's be honest. They could have got through as well. 2 away goals. If they'd just won that 1-0, it'd have been all right. But, this is exactly the reason why we're going to be getting rid of Sarri himself. So, with that in mind, guys, what I'm going to do, I am going to pop Pirlo into the game now. I'm going to replace Sarri. Obviously, he's going to get binned off. And then what we'll do is I'm going to fast forward to the first game of the season. That'll only be the only time I do that, because what I want to see is just see what sort of changes he makes in terms of transfers and things like that, because I think that might be interesting to see. So yeah, don't go anywhere. We'll be back in just a couple of seconds for the end of the transfer window and see what he's done. Sorry guys, before I do disappear, I thought you might want to see this, just the little bit about obviously how the fact that Andrea Pirlo's been brought in, confirm the appointment of Andrea Pirlo. Eyebrows have been raised in the world of football. Certainly raised my eyebrows when I saw it come through. 41-year-old, recently spent time away from club football. He technically didn't, but I couldn't put in the fact that he was at the under-23s before. Sure, we're going to face a lot of questions. I'm pretty confident that's going to be the case. Put paper to a 3-year deal, 130k a week. Jesus replaces Maurizio Sarri. There you go. So yeah, obviously nothing in the terms of that at the moment. I'm actually quite pleased with that face. I think the hair obviously isn't perfect, but I couldn't find his hair. It was nigh impossible. The beard's pretty tidy, bit more grown at that point, I think. But other than that, fair play, Football Manager. Your face mapping thing for very famous people, not like me, has worked pretty well. But yeah, we're back in a second for the for the end of the transfer window, and let's see what business he's been doing. Alrighty then, folks, we are back. We have fast forwarded through the last month and a half or so. It is, I believe, 2 days before the season in Serie A is starting. So Andrea Pirlo is going to get off to a start in a couple of days' time. He's still manager, which is good. He's off to a good start. He's not been booted out just yet. So let's get a quick look over what we can expect to see. One thing I did notice, he has managed to improve the finances, so maybe he's got rid of a few players, because that was just okay when Sarri was in charge. But let's have a quick look at the transfer history then. Oh, wow. It's not what I would have expected. He's not signed a single player, but he's sold, so who are his big sales? He's sold 3 big players, Kuzelewski to Man United. That's a very Football Manager sale. Emre Can, was he going anyway? He went on the 1st of July. I feel like he was going anyway. Could be wrong. And then Andrea Favilli. Never heard of that bloke. They've sold him to Genoa and he's already on the loan list. Oh, hold on. I wonder if he might be... I know that in Italy you can have these strange things where where you can kind of part-own players. Maybe that's it. Okay, last thing we'll look at then just quickly. How did he get on the friendlies? Whoa, that's not good. Wow, trial by fire when he's come straight into it. Home game against Bayern Munich. He was definitely in charge then, yep, that's for sure. So yeah, home game in charge, lost 6-0 to Bayern Munich, not very good. Beat Milan, so beat AC Milan, that's a decent result. What's the next one? Beat Venezia 4-1. Buffon own goal. Weird. I thought that was Buffon playing for Venezia then, or Venice, might as well call them. And then finally, to round out the friendly pre-season stuff, lost 2-0 to Roma. So not the best. I mean, there's room for improvement. His first game is against Udinese tomorrow at 8:30, but we're not going to worry about going through all of that because we'd be here for hours otherwise. What I'm going to do is I'm going to fast forward to the 1st of July, just when typically when the next season starts. And what we'll do is we'll go back through it, we'll review everything he's done, and we'll check in with him and see how it goes. So good luck to you, Andrea, and we'll catch you guys in a minute. Alright then, guys, welcome back. We have gone forward to the 1st of July, and you will see that Andrea Pirlo's manager screen is back to the Italian side. That means he's been sacked. Well, I mean, it could mean he's left, to be fair, but I think looking down at the bottom here, looking at his career milestones, the fact that he only won the Coppa Italia and the Super Cup, I think he's been let go. Should we go and have a look? Let's go and see what we're doing. So let's go into his history. Let's go to milestones. When it's ready, what's it doing? Here we go. Ah, right at the top. Sacked as manager of Juventus. Oh, for God's sake. Juventus, if you watch this and you've not yet officially given him the job, I don't know if you have done, and I don't know how it works over there, probably best not to. Right, let's have a look then, shall we? So he was sacked, when was he sacked? 15th of May 2021, so before the season finished, I think. Right, let's have a look through here then. So what did he do? Hired as manager. He hired Rui Faria. Isn't he the one who used to be at Man United? I can't remember. Okay, cool. So he's done that. He sold Kuzelewski, stripped Chiellini as captain. He put Ronaldo as captain. Oh, that's a bold move. Sold. Failed to, oh my word, failed to qualify from UEFA Champions League Group E. What was that then? Who did? Well, see. Oh no, we won't see. Title holders Barcelona. Right. Okay. Stages. Hold on, I've got to go back to the last season, haven't I? Right, let's go back to that. Group stages, Group E. Who was in Group E? Oh, Andrea, what's happening? Don't get me wrong, Tottenham, yeah, normally a pretty good side in Football Manager, at least in European competitions anyway. Sociedad, yeah, you weren't going to get anything out of them. They drew with Tottenham, lost both games against Juventus. Wolfsburg? I mean, I'm surprised. Come on, I mean, they came 3rd, so they've gone into the Europa League, right? Okay. What happened there then? Where is it? Knocked out by Club Brugge in the first knockout round. Oh, Pirlo. What are you doing? You Liverpool on that one. That's interesting. Let's have a look then. First knockout round. So where are they? There they are. They lost 4-2 on aggregate. How far did Bruges get then? Let's have a look, shall we? Second knockout round. They then lost to Porto. Oh, this is not going well. I'm debating whether I even carry on holidaying through. I might just go to 2 years with this in mind, see if he actually gets another job by the end of next year. Right, he won the Coppa Italia, so he won that. Who did they win in the final against? Stages again. Won against Inter after extra time. Jeez, he made that difficult, didn't he? I mean, this is horrendous. This is not good. Sacked at the end of it. So, right, here's the big one then. Where did they finish in the league? How do I get to that? Right, Juventus, 9th. That can't be right. Oh, finished. Oh my God, they finished 8th. Oh my word. Right, stages. Yeah, that's this season's one, so that's fine. They finished 8th. That's horrendous. Compare that to last season, the season before when Sarri was in charge. 91 points, clear by 6. Didn't even qualify for Europa League in the league. He presumably did that through the cup. Oh, that's really bad. Who's still there? Yeah, Ronaldo's still there. Martusiello, who's he? Series before we go. Assistant manager. He's caretaker manager still, so he's not got a permanent manager yet by the looks of it. Let's have a look then. Right, transfers. What did he do? Back to that season. Did he buy? He didn't buy anyone. Have I missed something here? Is there something I'm not aware of that Juventus can't sign anyone or something? That's really strange. He made 62 million worth of profit in the transfer because he shouldn't buy anyone. So still the big two are Chan and Kushilevsky. Paolo Gozzi, never heard of him. Centre back went to Liverpool. Genoa's still there. Yeah, Marquez. I mean, these are all tiny little ones now. A load of loans that went out. I mean, this is. I'm surprised. I have to say. I thought we'd beefed up his stats enough for him to stick around. But yeah, sacked after. Oh no. Weirdly, it doesn't say he's done any in charge, which is strange. But he does say he won 2 cups. That's really odd. I don't know why he's done that. That is so weird. Let's have a look at the schedule then. I mean, what happened? Where's their run? Where did they capitulate? What happened to them then? Geez, an 8-0 win soon after. They were probably thinking it was rosy. What were they? What were they? 1-2. Hold on. Beat Udinese, lost to Lazio, and they went 1-2, 1-2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 games unbeaten in the league up until the end of November, and then it just. Yeah, see, that's a bit patchy, isn't it? Well, look at that. Lost to Milan, lost to Napoli, lost to Cagliari, lost to Fiorentina, lost to Inter. They just lost big games. They got to the FIFA Club World Cup. Oh no, actually no, that wouldn't have been with him, would it? No, he was left by then. So when did he leave? He left after the Cagliari game. That doesn't surprise us at all, does it? That's not a good result. Where did Cagliari finish in the league? Oh, Ethan Ampadu. Who's there? Where did they finish in the league? Let's do a quick comparison. Let's find out the team that sacked Andrea Pirlo from his Juventus days. Oh, I've gone back 1 too many. 15th in the league. Oh, Jesus. Oh no, I'm at Sampdoria. Yeah, wrong one. They only scored more goals against Genoa, who finished. Where did Genoa finish? Where are they? Just below them. You can't write this. Honestly, Juventus, if you do watch this, don't sign it. It's not worth it, clearly. Sorry, Andrea. I'm sure you're a lovely guy. As I did mention before, you demand motivation out of me for sure. I would listen to you. You're an amazing footballer. It doesn't look like you quite got it cut out for management, though. Right. Well, yeah. I don't really think there's anything else to do in here now, is there? Yeah, what we'll do... Hold on, let's just check transfers. Did anyone bring any transfers in? Can I do that? Yeah, they have been bringing players in. Hold on, let's do it on the fees. Admittedly, yeah, they've been busy. Luis Suarez, Koopmeyers. So teams have been busy. I've not just screwed this up and not allowed Juventus to make any transfers. I swear down. Not done anything to impact that. They've just not done anything. Right, well, yeah, with that then, guys, what I'm going to do is I'm going to fast forward another year. Depending on how long it takes... No, actually, no, yeah, ignore that. I was going to say we'll do it in 2 parts, but I'm only going to do 2 years now because I don't really see the point of going forward 5 because it's going to take far too long. And for all we know, he might just disappear off the face of the earth. So I'm going to fast forward to the 1st of July 2022, and we are going to see what has happened to Andrea Pirlo. We'll kind of figure out as we go along, I suppose. Good luck to him, I guess. Hopefully he finds another job. Maybe he goes back to Brescia where he did his youth career. I don't know. Time will tell. Alright guys, welcome back. It is the 7th of June 2022. You may notice that I didn't really feel the need to go to July because the season is finished. I did check it to make sure that everything's run through. And unfortunately, Mr. Pirlo is still unemployed. He hasn't gone anywhere since his Juventus days, which is a bit of a shame. I was hoping he might have been able to get a chance to go back into things. I did notice as it was running through on the holidays, some Italian jobs did pop up here and there, but clearly no one thought it was worth going for a man with a global reputation and incredible stats. They've actually gone up since we initially did it, because I'm pretty sure the attacking and defending I didn't put to 20 before. Level of discipline 22. I mean, yeah, again, he's pretty disciplined. I know he's talked about players and that sort of element before, but I don't think you can be higher than the game allows you to be, but that's fine. So I suppose the main thing to do is, because we're not going to see him get any other jobs, I hope this doesn't happen in real life, Andrea. Obviously, I would like to see that you actually do, hopefully at least do well in Juventus, or if you don't, you need to get another job somewhere else, because that'd be nice for everyone. But I suppose, yeah, to finish us off then, let's have a look and see what Juventus have done this season. So, let's go to the competitions first. So we can go to competitions this way, can't we? So let's have a look through. This is a much easier way of doing it. So, media prediction in the league, they were supposed to finish first. They finished third. A significant improvement from last year, I'm sure you'll all agree. So let's have a look through this then. He's managed to get Lukaku. Oh, Leroy Sarnie. We'll come back to that in a second. That's an interesting one. I'll have a look back through there in a minute. Beaten to it by Roma and Inter Milan, which is not the expected ones. Again, your standard top 6. Fiorentina, probably a little bit lower than they should be. Same with maybe Udinese and Torino, I think. I don't know. But they finished third, so yeah, much better result from them, which is always good to see. But they were predicted by the media to finish top, so by quite a way as well. And they've still got the key players. Still got Ronaldo. I'll say Sane. Let's come back to that in a minute. Demiral, I feel like he's been there for a while. Szczesny still in goal. Delict, Bentancur, Sandro, yeah, they're all still there. Just not been able to obviously make it work properly this year. But yeah, so Serie A, a significant improvement, if not the best they've ever done. Friendly Cup, and they won that, doesn't really matter. Oh, they won the Europa League. I suppose, yeah, they wouldn't have been in the Champions League because they finished terribly in the league, didn't they? So they won the Europa League. Let's have a look at that then, shall we? They beat Chelsea in the final. Interesting. Let's have a look at this. Have a look at their route. Best way to do that's going to be staged, so I can get the tree, can't I? So tree. There we go. So Juventus, they beat Arsenal, they beat Napoli, they beat Dinamo Kiev, and they beat Fiorentina. Jeez, quite a few of them. Interesting. Oh no, they didn't beat Dinamo Kiev. So yeah, they did. They didn't beat Fiorentina though. They got a bye in the first round. Presumably they did well in the group stages. We'll check that in a second. But yeah, won on penalties in the final, which is always good for them. I'm sure they'll be very pleased with that, especially after the debacle that was Andrea Pirlo's reign. And they won every single game, scored 18 goals, conceded 2. That's just pretty good. I mean, that's an easy group, you have to say. If you compare it against some other ones, Wolfsburg in the group, they didn't do as well this season, did they? Any other decent groups in here? There's not really, is there? They're all fairly average. I suppose, if you're looking at it, maybe the most difficult one would have been the Arsenal one. I mean, I don't know half of these teams. Weird. Very odd. But yeah, there you go. So they won the Europa League. So that's good for them. Ronaldo, third best goal scorer, top rating. Yeah, it's not to be unexpected, is it? Szczesny, he's a good goalkeeper for them, isn't he? He's doing well. What are we on to? Coppa Italia, they lost in the semi-final to Lazio, who were not even the eventual winners. What did they lose? They lost on penalties. That is unfortunate as well. So they've lost that. So yeah, not the best from them. And in the Coca-Cola Super Cup, competition finish yet, they won that. Who did they beat? Milan. So they've kept up that tradition. Actually, 49th best cup, and I've never heard of it. I've actually heard of the trophy. Oh, actually, hold on. Is this the cup winner against the league winner? Is it this one? Weird, it's in January. I assume that's the case. Can we find out? Where's the rules? Get a bit off kilter here, aren't we? Can't see anything in there. I assume that's the case. We'll assume it is anyway. So they've done they've a massive improvement from the last time round. They didn't. What did they win last year? The Coppa Italia and the Super Cups. I suppose they still won a couple, but nowhere near the disappointing season. I'm sure they'll agree they had last year. Who's their manager? Is it still what's his face? Oh, okay. That's not what I expected. Let's go to the managers before we go into the transfers then. Oh, actually, no, that isn't unsurprising because, yeah, Martusciello was a caretaker anyway, wasn't he? So he played 4 games. Pochettino's come in. He's absolutely smashed it. In comparison, he's won 69% of his games, 39 won, 8 drawn, 9 lost. It's pretty good, that. And yeah, it's 2 cup wins, biggest one being the Europa League. I'm pretty sure if we were to go on for another season, I think he'd probably do a job and win the league, I would expect. But yeah, Mauricio Pochettino is our new manager for Juventus, which is interesting. He's on pay rise compared to Pirlo as well. So if you are watching, guys, I know that Juventus, I know that Pochettino is currently available, and I know you were touted with him. Maybe that's the choice you should have made. Getting our hands up. I can't pick this. It's not my job. So let's go and do before we do the schedule. We'll finish. Yeah, we'll do the schedule and finish off the transfers. Actually, so did they have any massive drops in form? Lost their first game of the season. God, you'd have been hoping it wasn't another. In fact, actually, their first. Jesus, they won. Lost 1-1. They had a terrible start to the season. First until into September, I'd have hazarded that you would have expected that Pochettino might have been getting the sack. To be fair to him. But then, as you can see, he's gone on a right old rampant run of form. They didn't concede a goal until the 28th of November from the 3rd of October. So nearly 2 months for that conceding a goal. And they've just been pretty solid ever since, I guess. A couple of losses there between to Torino and Inter, which is not great. But other than that, yeah, seems like they've played okay. Right then, let's see if Pochettino opened up the checkbook, shall we? Oh, he did. He sold a few players as well. We'll come to them afterwards. No, we'll come to them first, actually. See how he funded his spending spree of 121 million. So what's he done? He sold Douglas Costa to Milan. That's a weird thing to do. Do we not think? Very odd decision. I suppose he's a bit old, but interesting decision. I forgot they bought him from Bayern. I always assumed he was still there. They sold Paulo Dybala to Real Madrid for only 29 million. Jeez. That's not good at all. He's now valued at 63 million. He's absolutely fired him in. I'm very surprised he sold for that much. Although, was he running out of contract, I guess? I assume that was the case. Who else has gone? Dario Del Fabro. I did not even realise he was still a thing. I'm pretty sure if I look at him, he had a loan at Leeds. Pump for the boys. I remember that name vividly. Otherwise, it's just free transfers and loans by the looks of it. So yeah, Douglas Costa and Paulo Dybala, they're the ones who have funded most of this spending spree, although last season they've funded it as well, because I suppose, yeah, you pretty much took in exactly the amount. So he's evened out their transfer budget, hasn't he, to look at that. Let's have a look then. So we'll go from the cheapest ones first. Luis Alberto, who's he? Centre mid, loan from Barcelona, joining permanently. Good deal, it looks like a solid player. Very good stats. Yeah, I'm sure he'd be pretty pleased with that one. Spanish international as well. Han Kwang Song, who's he? I've never heard of him before, but he is a real player. He looked to me... Oh, hold on. Bought him from Perugia, sold him to Al Dahale, and bought him back for exactly the same price. Okay, interesting one. Maybe there's a buyback deal in there. Alan Nongang. He's a fake one, so we won't worry too much about him. Bought him from Lille. Hector Herrera, he is formerly of Atletico Madrid and Porto, I believe. She's 103 caps for Mexico. That's impressive. Yeah, formerly of Porto. Got him for free. He had a decent season. They picked him up for 11.5 million. Again, that's probably one of those where he's probably running out his contract. Willian from Chelsea. That's an interesting one. Didn't go to Arsenal in this one. Stayed at Chelsea for another season. And has joined Juventus. And had his rating's probably better than the goals and assists suggest, I suppose. So he's not had a horrible season by any stretch. Although, I guess considering they finished third in the league, you'd probably expect it a little bit better, I would assume. Jari Varsharen, sorry. I've heard of him. He's a Belgian player, if I remember correctly. From Anderlecht, 20 million. Yeah, that's a fairly understandable sign. And he's taken the form with him. Good to see. But he's been... Oh, I thought I seen he's being wanted there, but he's not. Not at the moment, anyway. He's broken into the national squad for Belgium as well. Fair play to that lad. Good. I say, good player. One for you, Football Manager Wonder Kids, if you want to have a look at him. And then here's the big one. We did spot it as we were looking through the leagues, but they bought Leroy Sarnie for £65 million. Let's see if we should turn the favour, I guess. 11 goals and 37 appearances from the left wing. It's pretty good. 215k a year, that's a lot of money. And, I mean, yeah, we knew he'd be paid the favour. We saw him on the average rating things. He's definitely done them a job. So, yeah, Pochettino, well done, mate. Unfortunately, though, for Mr. Pirlo, it's not gone too well for him. Again, I'm amazed at those stats. He's no longer a route one player. I did notice that at one point. So, Gegenpress, I'd have probably picked him for a tiki-taka myself. But he obviously hasn't gone for that. 4-1-4-1 defensive midfield wide formation. Makes sense. He would have wanted someone in there. I'm surprised he didn't look at bringing in Sandro Tonali, the lad from Brescia, because I'm pretty sure he's the up-and-coming Andrea Pirlo, isn't he? Everyone was looking at him. But in fact, actually, let's do one last thing. Seeing as he was the one I would have definitely expected him to sign. He's at Liverpool. Sometimes he goes for free in this, sometimes he doesn't. He's sold for 36.5 million. He is doing the business. But yeah, as we can see then, unfortunately for Mr. Pirlo, it didn't go too well. So yeah, guys, that'll bring us to the end. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video. If you have, then please make sure you hit that like button and make sure you subscribe for more of these. Also, if you do want to see different experiments, obviously we're going through the transfer window process at the moment, then yeah, feel free to knock a couple of things in the comments. I can try them out, see if we can get some ideas going. That'd be great. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. My name's been David, and I'll catch you next time. Cheers.